Hey, good morning, good morning. Thank you all for being here on this beautiful day. Welcome to Unity in Naperville. My name is Kathy Folster. Whether you're here in person, whether you're watching us online, it's great that we could all be together, celebrating our oneness with each other, with Spirit. It's just great. So, as you know, our minister, Reverend Kitty Benson, is on a well-deserved sabbatical. She'll be back in September. We've had an amazing lineup of guest speakers, musicians, singers. Today is no exception. We'll be getting more into that in a minute, although it's no mystery. They're sitting right over there. But first, I did want to mention that while Kitty is on sabbatical, our board is here to support us. If you have any questions, you want to have a conversation, just want to chat, just want to say hi, they're wearing blue name tags. You'll see them after the service. It's a little dark in here, but if you stand up, wave your hand so we can all see you. There's Jeff and Steve and Carol and Mary Beth. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your work to support our community. The other thing that I wanted to say before we get started, Kim Char's like, come on, I got to play. She's raring to go, which is a great thing. After the service today, Bob and Shannon, who Kim Char will officially introduce in a minute, will be having a meet and greet outside in front of the church. Yeah. It'll be mask-free. It'll be a great way to chat with them. They've got their music for sale out there. If you are watching us online and you're close enough to come on in after the service, come on in and meet them. And you know I always have to tell one story, so I'm going to tell one story. It'll be short, I promise. I hope Kitty's not watching. She's going to be writing this down. Talk to Kathy. So, but, I mean, I was thinking about this on the way in. Back in the before times, I used to commute downtown to Chicago for work, and I would listen to NPR. And I was very educated about everything that was going on out there in the world, and I was also really stressed out. And so now I've started commuting again, and instead of listening to NPR, I listen to Kim Char CDs, I listen to Daniel Nahmod, I listen to Bob and Shannon. And I'll tell you what, I don't know quite so much about what's happening out there, but I feel so much more grounded. Wow. So, well, thank you. Wow, I didn't expect that. But, so my point is, actually there's a point here, that if you want to feel like you're getting your own personal musical prayer service, anytime you want it, the music to support you in that is right out front. So, yeah, and if you want to support the artists that are supporting us, we support them in their mission, they support us in our mission. So that's my plug. And as I said, Kim Char will be introducing Shannon and Bob in just a moment, but you know what we do first. So stand as you're able, and let's have a song.
There we go. Good morning, everyone. Let's step into the awesome, yes? This very day, this very hour, I claim my good, I say yes to the power within me. This very second, I pay attention to the inner voice that beckons, the inner voice that beckons me. We're gonna repeat that verse, okay? Here we go. This very day, this very hour, I claim my good, I say yes to the power within me. This very second, I pay attention to the inner voice that beckons, the inner voice that beckons to me. Oh, yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000 times, yes. Yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000,000 times, yes. Yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000,000 times, yes. May I always say yes to the inner voice that beckons, the inner voice that beckons to me. Ha! This very day, this very hour, I claim my good, I say yes to the power within me. This very second, I pay attention to the inner voice that beckons, the inner voice that beckons me. Oh, let's say yes. And yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000 times. Yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000,000 times. Yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000,000,000 times. Yes, may I always say yes to the inner voice that beckons, the inner voice that beckons me. Oh, and yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000 times. Yes. Yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000,000 times. Yes. Yes, Spirit, yes, 1,000,000,000 times. Yes, may I always say yes to the inner voice that beckons, the inner voice that beckons me. I say yes. Yes, indeed. Woo! You know, and it's so good. I don't know how it is for you. It's good for me to sing that song and remind myself of that ever-present voice and presence of divine within, expressing as each and every single one of us, yes? Yes, yes. Let's do this one. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am all the oceans in a drop. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am all the oceans in a drop. And God and I are one. This drop is the ocean. Yeah. Let's sing it again. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am all the oceans in a drop. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am all the oceans in a drop. And God and I are one. This drop is the ocean. Oh, 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 ocean. This drop is the ocean. Sing the verse. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am all the oceans in a drop. I am not a drop in the ocean. I am all the oceans in a drop. And God and I are one. This drop is the ocean.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. Please join me in prayer. Blessed Spirit, loving God, most holy oneness, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the knowing that we are indeed the entire ocean, that the fullness of your love is in us. We are the expression of the totality of you. What a blessing. What a blessing to know that we say 1,000 times yes. So let us open our hearts. Let us live from that knowing of your presence in our lives, in our beings, in the world, in everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting us in that. And so it is. Amen. Please join me in speaking our invocation. The words are on the screen. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Thank you. You may be seated.
You know, I tend to think of this next song in this way. I know that it's all there within us already. So when we sing of allowing goodness to come in, I tend to think of it as allowing goodness to flow and come into our experience. We're not inviting something that's not already there, but please, we allow it to come into our experience. I allow goodness to come in. I am ready to receive. I allow goodness to come in. I believe, I believe, I believe. I allow love into my life. I am ready to receive. I allow love into my life. I believe, I believe, I believe. Welcome hope and faith. Welcome love and way. Welcome hope and faith. And welcome love and way. I allow fortune in my home. I am ready to receive. I allow fortune in my home. I believe, I believe, I believe. I allow surrender in my soul. I am ready to let go. I allow surrender in my soul. I let go, I let go, I let it go. Welcome hope and faith. Welcome love and way. Welcome hope and faith. Welcome love and ways. I allow goodness. I allow goodness to come in. I am ready to receive. I allow goodness to come in. time. And I believe, I believe, I believe. Oh, thank you. How are you feeling? We allow the goodness to come in, yes? And don't you know, you're going to be allowing a lot of goodness to come in right now. As we allow, we get to experience Bob Sima, a dynamic songwriter. And have you heard Bob? Has anyone heard Bob?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Bob and Shannon. Woo.
So I don't have to do a hard sell on our friend. So I'll do this gentle sell. If you haven't heard him, I expect that you'll be blessed this morning. He is a multi-Posse Award-winning songwriter and artist. And Shannon Plummer, his beautiful wife, is a dynamic speaker and coach, shamanic healer, and she will be presenting the message this morning. They're going to do this entwined sort of thing. Are you? Right? So I invite you to join me in welcoming Shannon Plummer and Bob Sima.
Good morning. Welcome back to those of you who joined us last night at the little hootenanny we had right here. If you were not with us, it's so good to see you. It's so good to be back here. We determined last night that you guys have been the recipients of a few firsts for us, a few first-time sharing songs over the past few years, and so this community holds such a special, dear, dear, dear place in our hearts. So thank you for being with us this morning.
Can we just give it a shout out to Kim and the band one more time for that? Like that was, y'all are really blessed to have that in this house every Sunday.
Gem, you're a gem. So we were preparing for this 5 weeks on the road, and it required us to realize that we didn't have merch signs anymore, and we didn't have a lot of things that we normally just, had in the go bag. And I thought, well, I'm going to open our little closet under the steps that's all shelves for our games and our books. I call it our little book nook. And what wants to jump out for this trip? And 2 books jumped out. This one, it's The Best Guide to Eastern Philosophy and Religion. I got this book 27 years ago when I was in college because I took a world religion course, and I was like, well, this is the best guide to Eastern philosophy and religion, so why not? I think the last time I opened it before we left on this trip was about 20 years ago. I thought, okay, you want to come, that's cool. And the other one is The Transcendent Unity of Religions. This is like a doctoral thesis, dissertation, let's say. So it's very heady, it's a lot of information, and there are some real nuggets in this that I will share as well. So both of these came through, and I had no idea why. And it ended up morphing into what I'm calling today the mystery of life. Bob looked at me, he goes, well, isn't that broad? I said, yes, honey, and somehow it's going to distill down into something that is so meaningful. And so I will share what came through me, I will share with you this morning. The first thing I would like to do is invite you into a bit of an esoteric experience. We hear that word more often than exoteric, and we're going to talk about both of them today. So the first experience is an esoteric experience. Scientific studies have documented brain activation associated with different inputs. For example, the spoken word activates a certain portion of the brain depending on the quality, the temperament, the comprehension of the language being spoken. Instrumental music has the ability to activate different areas of the brain than the spoken word. The degree of activation is influenced by quality, harmonics, interpretation, and the level of musical understanding, appreciation, training that the listener has. Music with lyrics has the potential to activate all areas of the brain that are affected by both spoken word and instrumental music. So we can deduce that the most optimal exercise for those synapses in our brain would be music that makes us feel good and that is perceived by the listener to have a positive lyrical message with a harmonious resolve. Fair enough? So, I want to invite you into an esoteric experience. What does esoteric mean? Good old Merriam-Webster tells us this: esoteric is restricted to or intended for an enlightened or initiated minority, especially because of abstruseness or obscurity. You want to be abstruse? You want to be obscure? Come to an esoteric experience. It is also difficult to understand, not openly admitted or private. So, I invite you into an esoteric experience. This is not going to require intellect, but opening of the mind. It's not going to require comparison to someone else's experience, but surrendering into your own. It will not require the use of the brain, but permission for your brain to use you. This will not be an exercise for the majority, but an initiation for your own creative spirit. So, sound good? Sound like the ocean? So I am going to invite you to sink in. I'm going to invite you to open your heart, and whatever feels comfortable for you. Some of you already have your eyes closed, beautiful. If you don't want to close your eyes, that's okay. The simple invitation is to open your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, and allow the lyrics of this song to navigate you on a little journey.
When no one is looking, I swallow deserts and clouds, and I chew on mountains, because I know they are sweet bones. No one is looking, I sip from the cool summer sky, and I savor the blue of it, and it colors my eyes. When no one is looking, I wanna kiss God. When no one is looking, I wanna kiss God. So I lift up my own hand to my mouth. When no one is looking, I call forth the thunder and the rain, and I lasso the sunshine, and it warms the blood in my veins. No one is looking, I talk with the flowers and the trees, and I tell them my secrets, and they listen to me. When no one is looking at me, no one is looking. I blow off the dust from the Milky Way, and I polish off the stars, and the dust on my fingers is my own. When no one is looking, yeah, I paint smiles on faces with frowns, and I swipe a little lift from a joyful child. She's holding my hand when no one is looking. I breathe in with you and I feel sweet relief, and I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs. When no one is looking, I wanna kiss God. When no one is looking, I wanna kiss God. So I lift up my own head to my mouth. I lift up my own hand to my mouth, and I lay one down, and I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs. I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs.
I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs. So maybe you were inspired to connect those lyrics to some personal life experiences. Maybe you created some new imagery that those lyrics provided a beautiful foundation to explore. Maybe you had an amazing visual adventure that is your own story, and you became the character of your own story, and the lyrics became your message. An esoteric experience is a private, initiated experience. I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs. The mystery within the experience that you just had is way more important than any belief that would have limited you from having that experience. That song, Bob often says, I just write them down. So we often relate that to something coming out of thin air, right? That song was created out of thin air, composed into an arrangement that could be reproduced at will and repeatedly manifests through guitar and vocal. Yet you listened to it and created an experience uniquely divine to you within yourself that birthed out of thin air. In this transcendent unity of religions, Shuan writes in here, we recall a passage in the Quran in which Abraham asked God to show him how he raises the dead. God answers with the question, "Dost thou not yet believe?" Abraham answers, "Indeed, I believe. But I ask this that my heart may be appeased." I ask so that my heart might be appeased. It is in this sense that it is, in our view, always permissible to recall truths which in themselves are quite evident, especially since the most widely known truths are often the most misunderstood. I hold the mystery closer than I hold my beliefs. Could it be that our beliefs might sometimes prevent us from recognizing and embracing the magic of a mystery that is happening to, through, around, in, and as us? Is that potential mystery what we have come to define as religion? Or our own personalized understanding of religion? Could it be our beliefs possibly downgrade the mystery to a mis-story? You see what I did there? From mystery to mis-story. I just want that to sink in. Could it be that our beliefs downgrade life's mystery into a mis-story? You so lovingly introduced this concept so well when you said, "I stopped listening to things, and now I feel good." Returning to another passage, the exoteric-esoteric distinction as deriving from spiritual types. Intimations and realizations of this supreme identity appear in varying degrees of explicitness in all revealed religions and constitute the point at which they are one. But this establishes religious unity on the esoteric plane. It is hidden and secret not because those who know will not tell, but because the truth to which they are privy is buried so deep in the human composite that they cannot communicate it, not in a way the majority will find convincing. As the intellect undercuts the world of distinctions from the standpoint of discriminating perceptions that divides into subject and object, it appears non-existent. Unity among religions appears non-existent. So the issue of unity and diversity in religion is converted into one of the spiritual types, esoteric and exoteric. The esoteric minority consists of men and women who realize that they have their roots in the capital A absolute. Either they experience the identification directly, or failing this, they stand within earshot of its claim. Something within them senses that the claim is true even if they cannot validate it completely. The exoteric majority is composed of the remainder of mankind for whom this way of talking about religion is sterile, if not unintelligible. So, exoteric, not confined to an inner circle of disciples or initiates, comprehensible to or suited to the public, popular, of or relating to the outside, external. So, as we shift to the external influencers and influences that threaten our ability to trust the mystery rather than the mis-story, we still have to go inward. So, I want to invite everybody into a meditation with a little guidance, with a little breath, connection to the breath, connection to the life force that runs through us all and animates us. I want to invite you to find a comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you. There's no judgment. This is your experience. Connect to your breath. Allow your breath to guide your body into aliveness. Allow your breath to awaken your senses, awaken your cells, awaken that which is calling to be awoken inside of you. And I invite you to play with your breath. Give it attention, direct it to places in your body that you feel need awakening, that want to wake up and come alive. Invite your breath to connect to your inner knowing. Your inner knowing is all that exists. Invite your breath to awaken the parts of you that are hidden, that are buried in the human composite. Allow your breath to show you those exoteric experiences that have created a mystery within you. And invite your breath to find the truth of those mysteries within the mystery. Within the ocean, we're going from the drop of the exoteric to the ocean of the esoteric.
This here is sacred. This here is pure. This here is what every soul is thirsty for. Not a single ripple on the water. Not a single cloud moving across the sky. The way it feels, the words can't find. But it's written in every single soul on the inside. They hide it, hide it, hide it on the inside. You'll find it, find it, find it when you don't try. This here is perfect. This is what's really real. This here is what every heart aches to feel. When the stillness reaches out from the Father. When the silence speaks through the Mother. You can see the thread that runs right through. And suddenly you feel everything looking right back at you. They hide it, hide it, hide it on the don't try. They hide it, hide it, hide it on the inside. You'll find it, find it, find it when you don't try. What you were looking for, what you were looking for, what you were looking for is what is looking. Is what is looking. Sinking down deeper into this moment. The only one there ever is. You can taste eternity, know the definition of unity, of every single solitary being has ever been dreamed, in every daydream that they ever believe, in every belief that they ever believe. You come eye to eye with every truth, know that every bird was singing just for you. In the blink of an eye, your whole life reviews, and in every hand that you ever held, in every room that's ever fallen still, in every room that ever will, the spirit arrives and it shows its face. It comes alive and you can taste its grace, and they hide it on the inside. But you'll find it, find it, find it when you don't try. It's what you're looking for. What you were looking for. What you were looking for is what is looking. Is what is looking.
As we stay in that contemplative space, we see in front of us the myth story, the exoteric, the differences, the divisions, the divisiveness. And standing right next to it is the esoteric, the truth of the belief that love is all there is. That we can agree to disagree. That we can honor each and every path, each and every perspective, each and every opinion, and each and every belief. I invite you, as they're standing next to each other, to invite them to befriend each other. Integrate the exoteric and esoteric, because there is a truth that runs through everything that can meet in unity, that can meet in the middle and join hands, hearts. Allow that integration to sink into your heart, to to sink into your presence, to sink into you exactly where you are sitting in this moment. What you are looking for is what is looking. I'm going to invite you to reconnect to your breath, allowing your breath to anchor that integration in your spirit, in your being. And allow your breath to guide you back into this physical space, the chair that you're sitting in, the room that you find yourself in, the computer screen that you might be looking at. They hide it on the inside. You find it when you don't try. The mystery. The missed story. This other book that I got 27 years ago in college, Diane Morgan. The subtitle of this is, "Whether You're a Believer, a Seeker, or Just Inquisitive, this guide is for you." Go figure. I got it. The introduction of her book actually explains how esoteric and exoteric are constantly challenging each other. And it's globally, it's throughout our different cultures. She mirrors every truth and question that we feel and we ask from within. So I'm going to share the introduction, and I realized that that is exactly why I pulled this book to come with us. She explains, most Western religions, such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, see the absolute as transcendent, beyond, and other. Most Eastern traditions, on the other hand, envision it as immanent within and ultimately identical with the seeker. Western religion conceives the ultimate as God, and the goal of most people practicing the Western tradition is to know God, obey God, and form a loving and vital relationship with God. God is a person. Eastern thought tends to be non-theistic. It sees the ultimate as something transpersonal, and the goal of its practitioners are awareness and unity. In Western thought, the divine is a person. In Eastern thought, every person is ultimately divine. In the West, time is often compared to a swift-running river. It flows in one direction, toward eternity. This viewpoint makes us look at eternity in a one-sided way. Eternity lies in the future. It's something that awaits us. Although many Westerners spend a considerable amount of time contemplating a life after death, life before birth is left out of the equation. In the East, however, time is more aptly compared to a great primeval ocean, always existing, totally surrounding us. It's our source and our destination. Eternity doesn't await us, for we are present in it right now. Western religions depend upon historical events to give significance to their most precious beliefs. God acts through history to teach lessons, redeem, or punish. This concept is entirely absent from Eastern philosophy. Although it would be wrong to say that history is meaningless, it would be better to say that history is a reflection of human rather than divine action. It results from our acts not from God's plan. In the East, lines blur between religion and philosophy. The sacred is not distinct from the profane. All branches of knowledge are seen as aspects of one truth. To Westerners, who tend to think in terms of categorization, definitions, and labels, this is very strange, even annoying. Only when the West stops insisting the East use a Western perspective can Westerners hope to understand the Eastern religions. In every religious tradition, there is a difference between popular belief and scholarly formation. Popular customs differ from place to place, and scholarly attitudes are far from monolithic. And both change over time, sometimes radically. Religion that has been exported to a different culture assimilates some of the attitudes and folkways of that culture. Most troubling, however, is the inevitable gulf, often vast, between the ideals of any religious tradition and the way it is actually practiced. Too often, when comparing religions, we are inclined to value our own religion by its ideals, while denigrating other religions based on the habits of their practitioners. This is tremendously unfair. The truth is that few individuals of any faith live up to the noble concepts espoused by their religious heritage. This is in the nature of things. The great world religions have one thing in common. They give us something to strive for. Religions are not for perfect people. Perfect people don't need a religion, they need worshipers. Most of us aren't perfect. We aren't living the ideal life. Why? The missed story and the mystery.
I love the way she just hangs that out.
That's what you do best.
Well, I mean, she picked this song because I wrote this from a line from the great teacher Nisargadatta. But he had a phrase that he said that I actually said in my own life about 3 years before I heard him say it. Well, I think I made it up, but that's okay. He said, when I look within, when I look in, I see that I'm nothing. Ego. And this is wisdom. Esoteric, right? And when I look out at y'all beautiful people, I see that I'm everything, unity. And this is love. Between these two, my life flows. Because I'm not perfect, I'm both and. So this is a funny little song that has a lot of words. It's not a sing-along. Don't even try. But I just, it is really like the perfect resolution of all of that, because it is a mystery, all of it. But we're in the same suffering of that mystery. We all suffer from the same afflictions, right? So here we go. I won't lie, I love to cry. I got a raging river inside, but my mind doesn't know when to let my heart go, and my soul won't let me hide. I'm a dreamer, I'm kind of lazy, but I call my crazy crazy. I'm a wreck, I'm a holy, holy mess, but I'm sacredly awake.
And I'm not here because it's home. I'm not lost and I know I'm not alone. Because I see it in your eyes and I see it in the stars and I see it everywhere. That the same thing that pains me, well, it pains you. What if we are everything and we're nothing? Are we insignificant something? Are we hardly innocent, purely magnificent pieces of a one thing? And we rise and we fall, and we run and we walk, then we crawl. Well, we might not have it all together, but together we have it all. And I see you in me, and me in you. And the lines get crossed and blurry and I worry and I get so confused because we hurt from our hurt and we fear from our worst and we love from the love that we won't drink of. It's an endless, bottomless thirst, and I have found that it matters that the past has passed. And if you dare to let it go and you stare down the ghost, well, the ghost stops staring back. And the same thing that pains me, well, it pains you. What if we are everything and we're nothing? Are we insignificant something? Are we hardly innocent, purely magnificent pieces of the one thing? And we rise and we fall, and we run, then we walk, then we crawl. Well, we might not have it all together, but together we have it all. And when you see me, you can know me. I'm a little bit of her and him. I'm a little bit of me and you. There are no strangers. We're in danger of missing out on this truth that there are sages and there are queens. There's a seen and there is the unseen. When you gaze in the mirror, will it ever get clearer? Can you wake up from this dream that there are lies before your eyes? We're all wrapped up in a disguise, and the truth that needs a proof, and it goes by many names and many languages and many faces. Stop seeking, it's seeking you, and be still and you know that it's true. If you don't believe it, there's a man by the river with a bucket of water to sell to you. And the same thing that pains me, well, it pains you. What if we are everything and we're nothing? Are we insignificant somethings? Are we hardly innocent, purely magnificent pieces of a one thing? And we rise and we fall, and we run and we walk and we crawl. Well, we might not have it all together, but together we have it all. All right, thank you all so much. A big hand for Shannon. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you all so much.
Let's show Shannon and Bob some love. Wow. I don't want it to end. Let's turn back the clock. Let's start again.
Let's do it again. Wait.
We'll do an introduction.
We can do it better. No.
No, we don't need it better. We just want more.
Just again.
More. I got to tell you, I told the story about listening to Shannon and Bob in my car, and it's amazing. It's not as amazing as this.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. So thank you. Okay. So we are now entering the time in our service when we share in our tithes and our love offerings. And I want to thank you in advance for that, for supporting this community that supports you, that brings these amazing spiritual beings into our midst to share their message with us. And I do want to remind you, we have several ways that you can share your gifts. If you are joining us online, you can scroll down and look for the donation button. We're happy to accept your gift in that way. If you're here in the sanctuary, the ushers will be coming around. And as always, you're welcome to go what I call old school, put pen to paper, write a check, and you can send it to Unity in Naperville, P.O. Box 9733, Naperville, Illinois, 60567. Yeah. So please open your hearts, join me in speaking the blessing for our offering. The words are on the screen. Together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Thank you.
All right, one more. With our eyes wide shut in the still of the night, we sit and hold the vision. When the fears burn wild, we don't run and hide. We see a world with no division. We see with one love, one heart, one drum beating to a song that's singing us home. We dance in white light under the starlight. We are the sacred seeds of the sound of Om. And we say, Aho, Amen, Om Shanti Om. Come on. We say, Aho, Amen, Om Shanti Om. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. Well, in your eyes I see my other side. You're a perfect and clear reflection. There are no others, there's only one mother. She's taking us in one direction. Love is our weapon, music our religion. Peace is our power, peace is our mission. We don't separate or dominate, cause we appreciate, we celebrate, and we say, Aho, Amen, Om Shanti Om. And we say, Aho, Amen, Om Shanti Om. We all the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. And we can go higher, come on, higher, higher still. And we can get louder, louder, louder. Yes, we will. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. We are the lovers and the leaders. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the movers and the shakers and the peacemakers. And we say, Aho, Amen, Om Shanti Om. And we say, Aho, Amen, Om. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Kim, for having us. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you.
gotta kind of bring myself back in here so I can read some announcements here. I don't know what y'all did to me. Woo! Thank you. Okay. All right, gather it in, Kathy. So, before I start the announcements, I just want to say a big thank you, of course, to Bob and Shannon, and also to everybody who made this service possible. I mean, you see me up here, you see Kim Char, you see Highest Good, but you don't see all the other people that made this happen. It is truly a community event, so let's just say a round of applause. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay, I think I can still read. Let's see. Okay, so if you're joining us for the first time, either in person or online, welcome, and we are just really glad you're here. I hope that you get a sense of our community. We are just loving, we're uplifted, we love to have fun, and please come back when Reverend Kitty's back from her sabbatical because she is not to be missed. If you have questions or you want to receive any weekly updates, you want to find out what we're doing at Unity, because there is always something going on, you can sign up for our weekly e-newsletter at unityinnaperville.org, or you can email admin@unityinnaperville.org, and we'll get you signed up. And let's see, well, let me just say, so for the rest of August, we have a continuing lineup of amazing spiritual seekers, leaders, ministers, musicians, just beautiful beings. And tickets are on sale for $20 each. And I'm going to turn it over to Kim Char because I think you can probably give a better description than I.
Have you been in?
Hello.
Is this on? Check. Oh, thank you. So you've been enjoying the music thus far, right? Those past few weeks with Daniel, Bob, and Shannon. And it continues on this month. On Sunday, we have Megan McDonough back with us. Yay! I so love her. And just on a side note, she graciously agreed to sing a song written by our songwriters group. So this week, on the 12 Powers Club, we're releasing I Will, that is being sung by Megan McDonough herself. So be on the lookout for that. And then after her, the next week is Denise Rosier, joining us from Colorado. After her, our friend Shelley Seibert. Oh, I'll be singing with her too. For the week after. And she'll be having a fabulous drumming workshop in the afternoon as well. So still an incredible month of music, and you still have the opportunity to get tickets online or in the front room. Jeff, we have them today? We do, right?
Actually, we're going to be assisting.
Very good. Jeff was saying that he's going to assist people with placing orders on their own phone. And online, you can just go to unityinnaperville.org, click the link, and it'll take you to the ticket order page.
All right, great. Thank you, Kim Char. So, we do miss Reverend Kitty, and when she gets back, we're going to love on her, but we are allowed to have a good time while she's gone, and we are having a good time. I'm sure she will support us in that. So, thank you. Right. Seems like we're all home alone, says Jeff. Okay.
Her name is Kitty. So when the cat's away.
Yes, indeed. I like it. Okay, so let me get serious here. Okay, so the event team will be meeting on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Please join us, or if you have any ideas but you can't join us, email them to admin@unityinnaperville.org. I mean, this is the kind of thing that comes from the events committee, right? So it's a beautiful group. So if you want to be a part of that, please do. Lunch Online continues to meet Tuesday and Thursday at noon. It's an amazing way to have some lunch or don't have some lunch, stay for an hour, stay for 5 minutes, make some new friends, say hello to the people that you know and love. So that's there for you. Courageous Writers meet Saturday, 10 a.m. Is that in person? No, okay. So that will be virtual. That's been going on for a while. And remember, if you are new here, Kitty, I think, did this mashup. It just kind of flew out of her mouth of creative and courageous, right? So if you can put a pen to paper or if you can put your fingers on a keyboard, you're a writer. So come on and be a part of it. It's a really great thing to do. Mark your calendar for the annual Unity in Naperville picnic, Sunday, September 12th. We'll have more details coming up soon. That's always fun. And see the website or the calendar, the website calendar or the email, see, I told you I can't read. You guys, what did you do? You know what to do. Go to the website or send an email, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah. All right, and as always, we have one-on-one prayer support after the service. So what you'll do is just email your name and phone number to prayer@unityinnaperville.org, and a prayer chaplain will call you by 1 p.m. And if you could put POC or prayer request or something like that in the subject line, that would be great. And we need to sing happy birthday. We did not get any pictures, but I know somebody was born in August. So if you're here and you were born in August, feel free to stand up. You don't have to if you're kind of shy. If you're online, we're singing to you. And we're going to just sing to everybody who was born in August, because I know in the world there have been people born in August. There we go.
Who's there?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. We love you.
A little switcheroonie there.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my son Jordan, who's too shy. He would never
Oh,
say his name. But he's an honest
happy
baby.
birthday, Jordan. All right. Well, this has been an amazing experience. Thank you again. We're just such a blessing to be here. And as always, our fabulous band, Highest Good, is going to sing us out. One more song.
We invite you to stand as you're able as we sing this song together. Day by day, day by day. Oh, dear Lord, three things I pray to see